All right, what's goody, everyone? The Sass are back, and as you can see, we got the full squad back on this episode today. So you know we about to cook something special for y'all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
let's get through these introductions. Shout out to my boy C Note. What's good?
What up with y'all? What it do?
My boy D Doctor Esquire Day. What's going on, champ?
Yeah. What's going on? What's happening?
We got my boy from Charlotte, T Hatch. How you doing, my man?
What's good, bro? Nothing, man. Chilling.
Then of course we got one of 910's finest outside code. We got my boy BT. What's good with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. Can't complain.
And welcome back, our GM. He had to make sure we get the
My
money
nigga.
right.
My nigga.
Brad, what's good with you, my boy?
Signing the
How y'all folks
paperwork.
doing?
My nigga.
I've had a lot of paperwork, a lot of transfer portal news, a lot
Damn.
of shit.
we had to put we had to let some people go into the transfer portal, Brad.
A lot, yes.
Hey, that's after the pod talk right there. That's definitely after the
Oh,
Oh
my
pod
my
bad.
talk.
God.
My bad, my
Mm.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. But
Because I
shoot,
definitely had to.
Oh my God. We back at it again, man.
The
We back at it
shenanigans are back.
again.
The shenanigans are back, man.
oh man.
I ain't been
But
on the
look,
pod 2 minutes. The shenanigans are already back.
hey, this is what happened when you leave us to our own devices, man. You know we gonna cut up, bro. We gonna cut up for real.
Exactly.
Speaking of cutting up, man, as you can see, our boy Dave, he rocking the hat, he rocking the hoodie, he got the spirit. As you have, if you've been under the rug, you don't know the Heisman has been announced, and like we've been saying since part of week three, Travis Hunter, wide receiver slash cornerback from the University of Colorado, has won the Heisman this year. Dave, here's just time for your victory lap. Your thoughts, any shout outs? Floor is yours, man.
Appreciate it. Man, I ain't going to have too much to say here because what was supposed to happen happened. The best player in college football won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, I know that nigga that don't listen to Wayne, but who gives a damn about that? Ashton Genty probably don't listen to Wayne either. So all y'all niggas saying that Genty got robbed, then nobody got robbed, bro. Nobody got robbed. Nobody. There were no ski masks in New York
Corey,
City on
Corey don't
Saturday
listen to
night.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Don't get this nigga started. Don't get this nigga started, man. See, see. Go ahead, Dave. See.
But look, man. Hey, for everybody like doing all this comparison of, well, Reggie Bush won the Heisman and only had like 17 yards rushing. Yeah, he had 17 yards rushing, but look what he did in special teams and look at how many receiving yards he got. Look at what all these other Charles Woodson was like. Charles Woodson didn't win the Heisman just off of defense. He won it off of special teams too. My nigga won off of being a shutdown corner and getting over 1,000 yards receiving and 15 all-purpose touchdowns. So look, man, the Heisman went to who it was supposed to go to. All the other awards, I would just want to shout out. I do respect the hell out of Genty. He's a hell of a running back. He's probably gonna break Barry Sanders' record. Um, I respect Cam Ward too. I think that quarterback of the year was well deserved. Um, Dylan Gabriel, he was just there. He was just there for show. He was just there to pick. He was just there to pick up some light refreshments. That's all it was. He was just there to fill up a spot. Um, you know, he was just there to fill up a spot. But uh, hey, hey, the best player won it, and I ain't gonna really get into the whole like thing with his fiance and all that. I mean, that's a whole nother story for another day. But all I say about that is, like Wu Tang Clan used to say, protect your neck, protect your bread. Um, you ain't got to get paid to get laid. So but I wish my man I wish my man well moving forward. And I don't even really give a damn about this bowl game for real. I mean, like 10 wins would be nice. A 10-win season would be nice, but I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Only thing I would say is the people that decided to schedule the bowls, they messed up not having Colorado play Miami. That I thought that was a no-brainer. I
They
thought
should have
that
played
was,
Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
I thought that was a no-brainer because that's actually you had people with high draft picks that actually want to play in a bowl game. So the fact that y'all didn't schedule those two together, I don't know. I understand. It probably have to be like some common like ACC versus Big 12, whatever type thing going on. We don't
Mhm.
care.
Yeah,
Y'all could.
we playing a conference opponent, bro. We playing BYU. We playing BYU. It
So
doesn't
it's
make
just a
any sense.
rematch. It's just a rematch.
No, we ain't played them all season, so I guess that's why they put us together. But like, I
But
thought
that's
you're
whack.
supposed to
Well, that
play
was supposed to be what the supposed Big 12 championship game was supposed to be y'all
supposedly.
versus B.
Supposedly,
It was headed
at
to
one
that direction. It was
at one
headed to that
point it was
direction.
supposed to be like that. At one point it was supposed to be like that. But I thought that
So that's the reason.
you play another conference, like someone from another conference. I thought that's what happens in bowl
Usually,
season, unless it's like
What
usually,
a
happened?
playoff or not.
This is what happens. This is what happens. That's supposed to be, but sometimes a team, a conference has a really down year, and
Yeah,
not enough teams are bowl eligible from certain conferences,
Hmm.
and they have to fill in those spots. So
that's
again,
true.
Miami probably, since Miami was probably third in the ACC, they probably the bowl game I said was just part of their destination. But I wish they could have made an exception to that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at some of these conferences, they like we have all these teams in certain conferences, like it's gonna be top heavy. Like the Big Ten is very top heavy, but you go past a certain point, the Big Ten stinks.
Yep.
The ACC
Hmm.
very mediocre outside of the top three teams. There's a huge drop off after that. So that's what happens with the bowl games. They do have conference affiliations, but if they don't have enough teams to from colleges to meet that criteria, I guess they just pick random teams. I guess I don't know what the criteria is after that, but that's how that goes though.
yeah, for sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. I figure like I guess we were supposed to match up with someone from another conference, but I guess like all the other teams, like they kind of took precedent because I think normally with certain bowls is like the second ranked or third ranked team in the conference plays this third ranked team or whatever. But I mean, I guess
Yeah.
Mm.
they couldn't fill certain gaps, so
And
they just
and
went with BYU as the next option.
and honestly, we seeing the byproduct of one, the playoffs being extended to 12 teams because there's
True.
eight
Yeah.
teams that's not getting put in other bowl games because they're technically part of the playoffs, and two, the creation of all these super conferences where instead of having like 5 to 6 conferences to choose from, you got damn near four. And since everybody play each other in the conference, you are going to have some down years with certain teams and stuff. So, uh, good concept you came up with, T. Because I didn't even think about it like that. It's like it's just so many teams in one conference now. It's just like we got to draw from somewhere. So I
Then
understand.
you had a crazy situation with the byproduct of the transfer portal where a whole team just decided to say F the school and leave. And that
Yeah,
school was a conference champion and they can't compete in a bowl game because they don't have enough players
that's
because the whole
crazy.
team decided to walk. I was like, that was wild.
Damn, and
A whole squad.
that's a mutiny.
It was just
Um,
because the school did not want to pay the coach, and he took a job at a 1-11 team, and it's pretty much they said that he's going to end up probably pretty much picking up half his former team in the transfer portal, along with the coaching staff from Marshall to Southern Miss. I can't think of the black coach's name, but he's pretty much going to resurrect Southern Miss's football program just through the transfer portal of players he had at Marshall, and Marshall now is just going to be whatever they can be. Which
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
fuck them if they
crazy.
go pay the money.
The crazy thing is like you got teams, playoff teams, getting rated by
yeah,
other teams in the portal. They can't do a damn thing about it. Imagine trying to
Yep.
prepare for the playoff, and you got coaches and GMs and whatever bagmen from other schools trying to raid some of your backups. Like
Penn
I think
State went through that.
I'm about to say the matchup this weekend.
Ohio State went through
Yeah,
that because the backup quarterback, the Aaron Nolan dude, is
Hmm.
out. So now they had to make changes. Like you said, Penn State. So like they got to do
I
something
think
about the portal. Like They gotta like
Yeah.
close it off until after the season's over or something, bro.
That's why I was kind of confused. Like the portal was being open while we still in the middle of bowl season and college football
Exactly.
playoffs. Like I understand why why the timeline has to be during the college football playoffs. Like people, it's still a lot of football to be played right now, and
Hmm.
it's not like since there's 12 teams in the playoff, it's not like that 3 week dead period when it's like no football being played. It's like you actually got teams practicing. We got a game this freaking Friday and shit. So like.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because imagine if the transfer portal was in effect the year Ohio State played in the national championship game, and they had to go all the way down to their third string quarterback. But if you think about it, if the transfer portal would have been in effect, Cardell Jones might be in the transfer portal. He wouldn't
Yeah.
have been there to play in that game, so we don't know what happened to Ohio State in that situation. That's the craziness that we have to deal with now. Like you said, teams getting rated when they're trying to prep for a opponent.
Or when Alabama won with Tua, Tua might went to the
Exactly.
portal,
Exactly.
Exactly. We don't know what happens in those situations because if the transfer portal was around, pretty sure two of them would have been in the transfer portal. Alabama doesn't win those games. So I mean, it's. I'm like T. I'm like Dre. They got to figure out this timeline situation. Either push it back to the end of the season, which would be about mid-January, like I think second, third week of January, and then let it start from there. Because I mean, you got people just declaring for the middle of the transfer portal, and you've got a game coming up on Friday.
They don't want to do it like that because certain schools want their players in for winter workouts, and winter workout starts in
True.
January. So they ain't gonna
Yeah.
push it. They ain't gonna push it to the end of the season for sure.
And you got incoming freshmen that come in early too, coming in January as well. And you
Uh,
kind of got to see what your roster look like. So yeah,
It's a tricky situation because it's just a lot of turmoil because it's good. We talking about open. We may be opening an ugly Pandora box in the future. They getting lucky this year, but for example, the situation in Texas, like what if Archman decide he's like, if it was, we know it was not staying in Texas regardless, but if it was coming, they like it was coming back for another year. Archman's like, no, I'm trying to start now, so he's going to dip and go to another team during the
hmm
playoff run, and Oris gets hurt, they SOL. So,
exactly.
and honestly, sometimes Arch Manning's a part of the plan, regardless if he started or not. So that's a whole another. Yeah, it can get ugly for some teams. We're going to see how this affects some of these teams in these playoffs, but it's definitely going to be interesting for sure.
Definitely.
But before we switch topic, anybody got anything else to say about the Heisman race? It was just straightforward. We called it from get go. We can move past it.
facts.
I was on it,
Yeah.
bruh. I'm gonna say this, bruh. Prenup.
I knew that
I will second that motion.
I think Prime got him. I
we
think
want
Prime got him.
prenup. We want prenup. Yeah, something
Yeah.
that you need to have. If you leave your
You
ass, you're
leave
gonna
your ass, you
leave a
gonna leave
Leave
half.
a
with half.
half.
Yeah.
Mm. Good luck
Wise
to the
words
One
fellas.
spoken
thing,
by
it's a
some
it's a
Good
walking
luck to
red
him. That's all
flag,
I can
bruh.
say.
philosopher and poet.
It's a walking red flag, bruh. First you say her logic is flawed, bruh. Fellas, I'm gonna get hey, YNs, all my YNs that listen to this pod. I'm gonna give you.
we getting real. We're gonna get real for a
Hey,
bit. We're
We
gonna
about to
get
get
give
real
real
some
for a
with it.
bit.
free. We about to
Get
give
real
some
with it.
free
Get real with
game.
it.
This is free.
If
Key
a chick
game.
says you are not her type, regardless of what her excuse is, don't do it, bruh. Then she
Don't
tried to
do
say,
it.
well, he had a girl at the time he slid my DMs, he was a cheater. So what made you decide to be with a cheater then? Your logic is flawed. The chick's logic is
Thank
flawed
you.
as hell, bruh. It's because you realize that this man is gonna be worth multi-millions and you just can look past the quote unquote alleged cheating. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you niggas something, bruh. Don't ever settle for a chick that says that you are not her first choice or you're not her type. It's a disaster in the making. Travis Hunter,
Yep.
you're gonna learn the hard way.
Oh
Yeah. Well, you
man.
said it best. I don't give relationship advice. I don't ask people for no advice. All I can say is good luck. That's all I can say to you.
Hey, look, as long as you cut,
All right.
if you're on my team and you cut your touchdowns, regardless of the turmoil you got at home, I can care less. I
I
barely
was about
know
to
who.
say.
I don't know who these half of these celebrities been. I didn't even know Josh Allen was with goddamn Gwen Stacy until he proposed to her. I was like, well, that's a damn shocker. and now he got damn Spider-Man on the field. So I don't keep
Hey.
up with this shit.
And the nigga got engaged and started balling out like crazy. I'm like, damn. But all I have to say to Travis Hunter is this: I don't get no man's personal business or whatever like that. That is on you. You chose to be with her. However, like Dre said, as long as you out here catching interceptions and catching touchdown passes and being the super athlete that you are, I can give a damn what's going on in your personal life. Just
I
keep your
care
head
because
straight and go get the bread.
we had a situation with Simping in Charlotte earlier this year. Look how bad it messed up Bart was. And Travis Hunter, you will be a future Panther, my guy. So don't bring that bullshit over here. I will take you to Flirt. I'll
I
take
like
you to
it.
Bliss. I'll take you to Onyx.
I like it.
Now bring
Hey,
that
She keep,
simp
I like
Travis
she
it.
keeping
Hunter,
the
if you
faith.
my girl
She
Leslie.
keeping the
Travis
faith.
Hunter, if
That's
you're
promotion,
listening,
bro. We do not give a fuck,
hey,
bro. We do not care, bro. We want
hey,
results,
Travis Hunter,
bro.
if you're listening, the invitation is out there. The Sabs will show you a good time in Charlotte. We will make you forget about her. I am just saying.
Matter of fact, you like Mexicans? I know some Latinas for you, bro. I got you.
Hey yo,
Oh
what's the
my
spot over
God.
by AT? What's the spot over by not Music City, but by the Music Factory?
Um,
Yeah. Queens Cabaret. They full of them.
yeah, Queens.
Gosh.
He got options.
Yeah, you got options.
Charlotte's a beautiful city, man. That's what Charlotte's a beautiful city, man.
Hey, Corey, we're taking the Dahlias on Latin night on Fridays.
Hey, there we go. We got it. Don't worry about it, guys. We got it. Pump the brakes. We got it.
I was about to say the first few teams in the draft right now just need quarterbacks. So Travis might slide.
He might.
He might.
Where is Carolina picking at as of right now?
Right now, we fucking
Right now,
five.
Five.
How the fuck we get down to 5?
5?
Yeah, because there's like 6, like 3 and 10 teams.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's like
yeah.
a bunch of it's a bunch of 3 and 10 teams. I forgot about that.
Like the Raiders are
The
2
Jags were
and 12 or
just
something.
behind us.
But do the Jags need a quarter? Like, where are the Jags
Nah.
picking?
They picking defense.
Nah, the Jags are like what, third? Because
Hold on, who's
Raiders,
one? Is the Giants one or the Raiders one?
I think either Raiders and the Giants are number one. Raiders and Giants are 1 and 2 right now.
So we know that's Shador or that's
then the
Cam.
Jaguars
So we know
are
that's
number 3.
Shador and Cam going 1-2.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Shador and
The
Cam.
Patriots is 3.
1, 2. However.
Jaguars have got to go either defense or best
Patriots is
player.
No,
Patriots are number 3.
no,
Patriots are 3.
I'm telling y'all this right now. I'm gonna save you out of trouble. The draft order is going to be Shador, Cam, Travis. That's going to be the draft order. The point is to get at number 3. The team that gets number
Dre got a
3, the
point.
best
Dre
player,
got a
the
point.
best player available is going to be Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
I know it's a lot of defense in the stretch, but the best player available, just off the optics
gonna
and
be Travis
everything, the
Hunter.
star power is going to be Travis Hunter. So Patriots, Jaguars, y'all, whoever's under y'all, whoever gets to that spot.
The Patriots really gonna draft that a nigga again?
Who?
Bill Belichick
Patriots.
ain't there.
Belichick ain't that no more.
Yeah. Gerard
That's still
Mayo.
It's Mayo now.
Yeah, Mayo gonna draft him.
If Bill was still there, yeah, he's going to draft like a wide receiver at 5 in the 6th round and call it a day and shit like that and get a defensive end all the time. Yeah, that's when Bill was there. But they know they everybody sees the potential of Drake May. You need some playmakers over there. Like you're not just going to keep rolling out Rashawn Stevenson or whoever the fuck. Like, goddamn, Antonio Gibson is your best playmaker. Hell nah, bro.
Yeah.
They need some juice over there. And I ain't talking about OJ and shit. Like they need some juice over there.
Dre got a point. They need more playmakers, and I don't see the Patriots passing that by. So Dre, right, you got to get up to number 3 if you're going to get them, because after that, is the best player available for a lot of these teams.
Because you got to think, regardless, when you pick up Travis, you're going to find out he's going to be heavy in your offensive schemes or heavy in your defensive schemes.
Exactly.
And mostly right now, they see him. It's like for sure you're going to be playing defense, but if they can find a way to play him in offensive packages where he's like wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, Patriots for sure is going to look into that shit.
I had an argument with my dad. Do you really think that the NFL is going to let him play both ways as much in college, or you think they'll skim it down?
It depends on the team he goes to. It depends on the coach and the team, because the coach will utilize him however they want him to, or they'll just say, "Hey, you're gonna either play DB or you're gonna play wide receiver." But,
okay, so Canales gets him. What you think Canales is going to say? So Canales will be like, "No, you're just going to be a receiver," or Canales is going to be like, "I'll let you choose and pick and choose what you want to do."
Nah, he would be DB.
Yeah, he's gonna be DB.
He'll be DB, but he'll get packages at wide receiver. You'll see him come in as a decoy, or he might get the ball. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I hope he lands in Carolina. I really do. It would fill two needs at really the same time.
We get edge. They already said that. They already said we're going after an edge.
So we're going
right on the wall.
I mean, yeah,
it
depends on who ends up in that top three. Like,
yeah, that's what it really depends on.
But if like the Jaguars or the Patriots end up before us, or the Titans end up before us, then we're not getting Travis Hunter. We're probably gonna get Will Johnson, the other DB, or an edge rusher. And I'm cool with an edge rusher actually, because we need to boost up that D line anyway. But it'd be nice to have somebody to go alongside JC.
8-ball.
You know, so. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, like for us, Bryce.
Yeah, boy,
Bryce is decent.
I was gonna nickname them the State Troopers.
The State Troopers.
Yeah, they lock everything up. That's why I wanted Travis. I was ready to run that damn nickname, State Troopers, boy. They locking everything up.
We still got 4 months.
He got the nickname already. He got the State Troopers. He got the State Troopers.
Already, boy.
That is such a juxtapose. That is such a juxtapose when you got the State Troopers on one side and then the Murder Hornets on the other. That's two ends of the spectrum, Corey.
That's what we do. That's North Carolina. Look at our weather.
This is one. This is how you know you got sports teams in a Bible Belt situation. That's 1. 2. Corey's talking like a nigga that already got T-shirts made. That's why he's upset. He wasted funds and shit. Get the tax write-off for it, Corey.
I'm about to make some shit shape, boy. I'm gonna go holler at Goodell real quick. I know the shit you doing, motherfucker.
No, we y'all niggas funny tonight, man. but also that's been happening recently. Last night we have our results from the NBA Cup. The Milwaukee Bucks are this year's championship. Giannis went freaking like finals game 5 on Bama's last night with a smooth triple-double. Dame was out there balling in front of his crush and everything, hoping he can get that box back. But, you know, Dame was hoping for his life last night. He had the difference.
He was in the finals for real.
I'm about to say that step back 3 fadeaway told you everything.
That's all I need to know.
That told you everything.
That's the shit that Puddle was supposed to do when Ruby Rose was in the stands.
Nah, man, he decided to build a house that night.
He heard a lot of people's parlays last night. A lot of parlays that night,
including hers.
Yeah,
I know. She posted a picture and had him in the parlay, and he go out and do that.
Hate to see it. Oh well. But yeah, what's your thoughts from the NBA Cup game finals last night and the whole NBA Cup experience this year compared to last year? What's your thoughts on it?
Fuck Glenn Rivers.
All right.
Okay. Point blank period. But I say like so. I mean, we've been saying that it hasn't been as entertaining. Like the whole NBA Cup hasn't been as entertaining as it was last year. I guess like because last year it was a fresh idea, it was new. There was like kind of this fresh competitive spirit around it. This year, I think there was still some of that, but I think a lot of it was just like we're used to it. I think that some of the games like were good games. Like I think one was you had Clay coming back to Golden State as one of the NBA Cup games. But I think actually like when we got to the knockout round, I actually enjoyed the knockout rounds more than the round.
Yeah.
You had Trey rolling the dice on the logo. Wouldn't happen to me. I sucker punched it. I run over the nigga. You like rolling dice on my logo? Nah, I'm getting all types of fines.
In front of Brunson.
I'm getting all types of fines.
That's not our NBA. This not our NBA no more.
Y'all remember when T.O. got knocked off the Dallas Star when he went to go like pose?
Yeah.
I'm doing that same shit.
Mhm.
I'm doing that same shit. Like, no, you're not about to do that on my logo.
I'm about to say, what's worse, a planting a flag or rolling the dice on the logo?
I don't know, man, but that
Stumping
was
on Lucky.
disrespectful. Oh man.
Shout out to Kai.
Hey, Kai ain't been right since, man. God,
Mm-mm.
but he
That's why
been
you
right.
motherfucker.
He been right, but it just it'd be murky when he be in Boston. He ain't right
Yeah.
in Boston since he did that shit.
It be red, man.
Dre
It's
got a
red.
point. He ain't been right since he did that.
Red be there.
Yeah. But I think the knockout, like the semifinals, was good. I thought, you know, I know like the Bucks ran away with it, you know, that with that run in the third quarter, and it was
Yeah.
just a wrap after that.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought quarterfinals, semifinals, I thought, you know, from the time, even like, you know, the games in Vegas, I thought it was good.
Hey T, let me ask you a question real quick because of course we like to in our chat we have a lot of takes and you know we just like to see it build and our agenda grow. You've been adamant about Giannis needs to be discussed more in these MVP conversations. And my question for you is, how much weight should we add if a certain player or team wins the NBA Cup? Because we don't want to act like they need to put a banner in their arena, but at the same time, you know, these games are kind of like playoff atmospheric games. It's one and done, so it kind of got like automatic game sevens to them. So the defense is going to be, they're going to step up on the defense and everything. But how you think this Cup Finals is going to help Giannis MVP candidacy?
Well, I think because the players take it seriously, I think it holds some weight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a showcase opportunity. It's a standalone game. Um, you know, it was the first, well, the semifinal game Saturday was the first ABC game of the year. So you're on broadcast television, so it's a wider audience, and it was a standalone game. And like you said, it was playoff ball. Like, okay, see, yeah, the game got away from them in the second half, but that was a pretty close game at halftime. The intensity was high. It was chippy. It was physical. As what as you know, pure hoop fans that we wanted to see
Mm-hmm.
some defense, some intensity. Like that game Sunday night that we watched was complete opposite of what we
Yeah.
saw on
Oh yeah.
last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Warriors Dallas game. Don't get me wrong, dude was just making shots like in that Dallas Golden State game. Dude was just hitting, bro. Like
Everything.
yeah, it was a lot of threes, but I would say most of them were actually pretty damn good shots. It was just off of good ball movement rotation. But guys were hitting. But what we saw on Tuesday night is what we're going to see in April, in May, in June. So I think it's a standalone game. It can definitely help your profile, especially if the Bucks continue to trade. I think what helps Milwaukee is that they kind of use this NBA in-season tournament to kind of springboard their turnaround. They're 12-3 or 13-3 since starting off 2-8, and really, even when they were 2-8, Giannis was putting up crazy numbers even when they were losing games. I think now
Mm-hmm.
that him and Dame were kind of on the same page, and they figure out some things, and you know Middleton's come back here and there. I think if it was up to me, 'cause I've seen more and more like national media pundits talk about Giannis should be the MVP, so I think it's actually helped his MVP
Okay.
case, especially with the way that he the most memorable plays from Vegas were that block shot he had in the
Yeah.
semifinal
Block, yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Like that looked like game 4 of the NBA finals a few years ago. And then he had some crazy block shots last night. And then just the way he overall dominated the game. Like he had 10 assists, he had 20 a
Mm-hmm.
20-20 game and a championship game, you know, like you said, it might not they're not gonna put a banner up, but I mean it matters to the players though. Like the players take
Yeah.
it seriously. So overall, like Dave said earlier, maybe it was because last year was new, but I still feel like the intensity was. I think what hurt the NBA Eastern tournament was just we had a couple of teams that had injuries, and
Yeah,
some
the entry. Yeah.
which kind of hurt some of the matchups. It's been a problem for the NBA early on this year, which we'll get into that in a second. But I think overall, like Giannis really is neck and neck with Jokic right now. But it'd be interesting to see if the Bucks can continue to ascend because I think one thing's going to help Milwaukee. Milwaukee should be, when it's all said and done, either top 3 or top 4. Denver is going to have a hard time. Denver will be anywhere from 3 to 6, possibly. Like they can depend on what they do. Like the West is tough, so I think the Bucks and Giannis are positioned pretty favorably after the in-season tournament.
And I saw this earlier today, and BT, you can kind of chime into this. Do the Bucks need to make a move before the trade deadline? And if so, what do they need to bolster their roster to try and make a deep playoff run?
Yeah, I think they need to make a move. I think they need another 2-guard because Middleton can't stay healthy. You missed last night's game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got Gary Trent Jr. You got, I think his last name Green. He's a little sniper, but
AJ,
AJ Green.
Green
Yeah,
or something like
They
that.
call him Derry Bird, bro.
They call him what?
Derry Bird.
What?
They call him Derry Bird. That's his nickname.
Derry Bird.
Hey,
He be hooping though.
Hey, yo.
He be hooping though.
Now he can play. He got a little sniper. He's a sniper, so he can play. But yeah, they definitely got to make it. I think they need to make a move to get a 2-guard, man. What 2-guard?
Not to cut you off, but I think I was gonna say real quick. You finish. I think the team that really needs to make a move is Oklahoma City, but we can talk about that in a second. My bad, BT. I mean,
Nah, you good. So I seen something on social media earlier. So they might look at CJ McCollum.
I saw that too. That's why I asked. I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because of him and Dan.
CJ to the Bucks.
Yeah. Well, they said it can happen. You know, New Orleans gonna be in sale mode.
Yeah, they selling. They about to have a fire sale over there.
I saw that on social media too. They said that they were interested in blowing it up in New Orleans. So
yep,
it could be a fire sale situation.
Zion to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn would be.
Just focus on getting healthy. That's what he need to focus on.
Yeah.
What's that man to the bodega,
Brooklyn got the ones. Knicks ain't got the ones, and what they need was Zion at this point. Let's keep it real.
If he wants to be in New York, that would be his only spot as of right now. Because like Corey said, New York, the Knicks ain't got the money right now. They money tied up in other places.
Brooklyn, the only place they can go. Where
he
can go. The picks.
If he wants to be in the bigger New York market, yeah, it would have to be Brooklyn.
If Zion goes to the Brooklyn, I'm really considering calling it. That's just going to be his career.
Yeah.
I agree. If he does go there, I agree. That's just it.
You're not gonna hear from him again because Brooklyn ain't gonna go to the playoffs anytime soon. So
it's not even that. It's like, look what he's done when he's in New Orleans, and then New York is times 10 when it comes to the media and the food and the activities that you can get into.
Facts.
If he's not focused on being in shape in New Orleans, when you go to New York, which has more options, and he's actually want to be there, he's probably closer to some situations that he don't need to be situating himself with. And then on the top of that, you're going to be on a losing ass team.
Yeah.
That like the only team he needs to go to is New York, to the Knicks, if he can find a way to New York. If he goes to Brooklyn, I'm calling it a career for him because
you got a good point, Dre. Those are excellent points, bro. Like,
I mean, there are teams that he can go to.
Too much you can get into in New York.
There's teams that he can go to that he could be a good fit in, but it's the cities in the in there. Like, I don't know.
What cities you think about, bro?
Houston,
but you know,
Dallas.
If he comes, like I'm gonna say Dallas, that's one. Charlotte. If he comes to
Houston,
oh Lord,
Miami.
How about
I say something, bro? If Zion Williamson comes to Charlotte, bro.
Oh man,
I know about 10 strippers. I know about 10 strippers to keep him away from, bro.
All I know is he comes to Charlotte. I know.
That's after the pod. That's after the pod. That's after the pod. That's after the pod. That's after the pod.
You're gonna have to keep that man like on the other side, like near Carowinds or something, bro. You're gonna have to keep him far away.
You don't think he ain't gonna travel? He a millionaire.
This
He
after the
got
pod.
he got
This after the
Dave,
pod,
that man
bro.
will travel. That man will travel.
You gotta create the Zion. You gotta create a bubble for Zion, man. You can't let him go nowhere.
Day. Okay, I'm gonna have a real conversation with you. Okay, what does LaMelo Ball do after every fucking game?
Speed off like a maniac.
Speed.
Okay. That's the first thing.
It's true.
How many songs does Miles Bridges have? More than All Star. More than All Star. There are no good ones.
Come on,
He got more songs. But he got more songs than All Star votes.
Come on.
He got more songs than All Star votes.
Come on, you didn't like that? I get head in the Benz, baby. Thank you. Or
Trash.
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 I don't need
Trash.
ones. I got Cash App.
Trash.
I don't need ones. I got Cash App.
JB made a better song than MB's whole career, and he was doing that shit for fun. Miles is actually trying to become a rapper, and that's why his shit is so sad. When you actually try to do this shit for real, and you are trash at it, like him, and between him and Bagley, Dame told Bagley to drop the mic, bro, and Bagley became trash ever since, dog. Like, we gotta stop lying to these motherfuckers, man. And then you want to add Zion to that shit?
That's what I'm saying, though. Like the teams that he a good fit for,
you know what's funny about this?
Yeah.
If we were to make a move, we would send Miles Bridges in a package to get Zion. That's the irony, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because actually, all joking aside, from a basketball standpoint, that's actually not a bad fit.
No, and that's the thing. It's really just the focus. Because I when it comes to Zion Williamson, I'm being all serious. I don't question his talent. He has shown time and time again that when he is healthy, when he's in shape, when he is focused, he's a top player in the league. Mm-hmm. It's just like it's always an injury, it's always a situation, it's always he's out of shape. But if he can knock all those three off, oh my God, like the potential for this kid is through the roof. Like, come on.
He would be back near home. He won't be home, but he'd be near home coming to Charlotte. You got to think he's a South Carolina kid. So that might hurt. I don't know how that would play itself out, him being that close to home and some family and friends. But hopefully that's not a bad fit strategically with Ball. Like, not at all coming to Charlotte.
Yeah, but I think OKC needs to make a move. The reason why is we saw some of the same issues they had in the postseason last year, especially when the game slows down, half-court game, teams just going to key in on Shea. Jalen Williams he can't create on an elite level yet, and they were missing shots, bro. Like, sure, they have Chet by then, but I think they really need a guy that can really a certified bucket getter because when the game slows down, teams can just hone in on Shea. If he's not hitting, they really have like no plan B.
You got any names to you of who you think would be a good fit in OKC?
Brandon Ingram.
There we go.
I think first option you go for Brandon. Second, you might trade for Kyle Kuzma just because his defense is sus, but you know he's going to shoot the damn ball and he's good from the perimeter.
You know who would be good in OKC? Killer Cam Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say the other Cam, but Brooklyn asking for too much.
No, but again, sometimes you don't need like the high profile name or the star player. Sometimes you just need a fit,
bro.
And
Cam actually is the fit.
Cam Johnson, bro.
He has finals experience. He's played on winning teams before, you know.
And he just add to their defense too. And he'll fucking sniper.
Facts.
But the thing
he plays both sides of the ball.
Cam Johnson works on almost any team if you think about it.
Oh, he do.
He does.
I mean,
he does.
I mean, any of these like 3-and-D guys, can fit on any team.
Yeah, but I feel like OKC would better utilize him though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He would get so many open looks, especially when Chet come back, bro.
I'm about to say, when you got Chet back, you got SGA driving to the rim, he's gonna have wide open shots.
That should be so good.
The corner is gonna be wide open, like top of the key gonna be wide open.
Yeah,
that can get scary. That can get scary in the West if they was to get him.
Yeah, that's the missing piece really, because they address rebounding with Hartenstein and defense with Caruso.
My white
So
goat.
yeah, I mean that's the missing piece right there, like another score.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do believe OKC is going to make a move because Pressy, we know he got all the picks, he got all these contracts, stuff like that. So it's all about what's going to be opening up once we get closer to the trade deadline and see where more of the NBA picture is looking like and see who else is going to be trying to sell closer when we
Facts.
get closer to the trade deadline. But because I know T mentioned it earlier, so I'm gonna give him the floor real quick. So one of the biggest topics in recent weeks is all about ratings because there's been reports that people are just not
Hmm.
interested in the NBA no more. Ratings are falling, ratings are tanking, and everything. But you know, T has a little rebuttal to that. So if you don't mind, T, I'll let you to kind of explain what you brought to us in the chat today to our viewers, so we could get like a better understanding, like what's really going on behind the scenes when people really talk about ratings.
All right, so to your first point, are people not interested in NBA? Is completely false because so many people are talking about it. There's obviously interest in it because so many people are talking about it. Plus, the NBA is the most popular league on social media by far. Like NBA Twitter is a thing, right? And
Hmm.
you look by all the social media metrics, the NBA does very well. So people care about the NBA. Here's the thing: TV ratings are like album sales today. Album sales don't really matter in music today. The same way with TV ratings. The NFL is an anomaly. So before people go there, the NFL is an anomaly. The NFL has advantage because most of their games are on one day a week. They're on broadcast TV,
Hmm.
which is ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, which means every streaming service has some package where they have a broadcast television. Whereas the NBA, when they went from NBC back in 2002 to ESPN and TNT, they went to cable, which already lowered a portion of their viewership base, right?
Hmm.
Cable
Hmm.
TV viewership has gone down in that time period by 50%, right?
Hmm.
So that's one issue. If you actually, I saw a graph, I wish I had saved it, but there's a graph I saw because I follow people who work in media who dig a little bit deeper because here's the thing. That headline, the NBA rates are down 48% is cherry picked. Let me tell you media tactics. The dude who did it is is very MAGA, very conservative, and because of the NBA's stances on certain issues, that has alienated that base of people, right? So a lot of people who are putting this content out just have an axe to grind against the league. But my question is, what happened in 2012, right? We
Hmm.
had the Big Three Heat, which was a huge story, probably one of the biggest stories in the NBA since Michael left the Bulls, right? That was a huge story, right? See, it was a very, very big story, right? And people were tuned in, 2010, 2011. Viewership was good. What happened? They lost. So the fact that they lost just built up the anticipation for the very next season. What else? What also happened after that? We had a lockout,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
We didn't have games in October, November, and most of December, right? And the
Yeah.
article I put in the chat said it that those are the weakest months of NBA viewership to begin with. Why? NFL is
Football.
going. World
Football.
Yeah.
Series is in October, right?
Hmm.
So that's not even really the NBA struggle. So the Rays are down right now, but this is also the NBA's lowest time frame of viewership, right? But that season was the best season they've had since Michael Jordan was in the NBA. So you're cherry picking a season that's really not even the norm for what their typical viewership has been since you made this move from NBC to the cable networks, right?
Hmm.
So what we kind of seen lately is more kind of where near the norm, right? So yeah, the Rays are down from that season, but that's an anomaly, right? That's peak, right? That was Big
Right.
Three Heat. Kobe Bryant was still he was at the tail end of his peak, but he was still relevant, right? Derrick Rose just
Hmm.
won
Hmm.
MVP, a good young star that was
Boston.
ascending on one of the flagship teams at the time because the Bulls, when the Bulls are good, they're a flagship team. They won 6 championships. Yeah, it was Jordan, but still, right? that team holds weight. They have a lot of fans, right? The Celtics are still relevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the Spurs who had won championships. They won 4 championships. They were good, right? Oklahoma City, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden were ascending. The Knicks were good. So a lot of things around that time for the NBA were going pretty well, right? And then like that season was better than even the 73-9 Warriors season. That was actually the second highest season because you had a 73-9 team
Team.
going
So
for the
everybody was
record,
like
right?
it
And it was Kobe Bryant's last
was
year,
last
so
year. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
nostalgia and everything, right? So what has happened since, right? Like I said, cable TV viewership has gone down significantly, and viewership and ratings across most sports have gone down. And also, one thing about ratings come in cycles, goes up and go down. You know what's funny? Actually, it's the same page that posted it. I remember a tweet came up just last year after the playoffs. The 2023 playoffs were the most viewed playoffs the NBA's had since I think 2017, 2018. But nobody talks about that. Why? Because negativity gets
Mhm.
engagement, negativity gets click. And right now, the NBA is an easy target because viewership might be down per se, but people are still invested in the sport and people care about the sport, even though it might not necessarily translate to television views per se. The NBA also has the youngest audience, 18 to 35 demographic. That's the demographic that all the sports leagues are trying to get. That's why you see the NFL doing all this shit on Nickelodeon and all this stuff. That's why
Mm-hmm.
the kids because every sports league has problems. Believe it or not, the NFL, as well as they do television, they have issues. They have an uh, aging TV audience. That's why they're trying to get into the streaming business, Netflix, Peacock, Amazon, right? And YouTube
Mm-hmm.
registrations down. Baseball has had issues for baseball's issues for
Decades.
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 Baseball ain't been up since
Like
what
early 2000s.
2002,
Like,
3,
when was Barry Bonds? Wasn't it
when he broke the record,
like
oh
2000,
04.
Yeah,
Oh
2003,
04.
2001. That was
2004. Yeah.
01. That was 01.
Oh
Yeah,
That was
04 when he
01.
broke the record.
that's the last
Yep.
time.
Yep. And then baseball got blessed by having the Yankees and the Dodgers
That was
this
the
year. You
best
want
thing
to
that
talk
could have
about
happened for them.
TV ratings going down? Their World Series TV ratings have gone in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Yeah.
times where they don't even get 10 million views in a World Series game, right? So like all this talk is just media. It's an issue of media not having integrity and cherry picking. It's an issue of comprehension. People see headlines and they panic, but the NBA is well aware that of who their audience is. That's why they're changing the whole TV deal. One reason why Amazon's in the fold because people either watch games on streaming and pretty much everybody has Amazon Prime and they put more games on broadcast TV because most streaming services have some package where you have the broadcast
Yeah.
television, right?
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
another point is, like you said, most sports leagues are struggling. So I have it up right now, right? Outside of even in college football, viewership is down. Outside of the SEC on ABC, men's college basketball is down 21% this year. Women's college basketball is down 40%. Obviously, Caitlin Clark, right? And I'm not
Right.
trying to bash them, but there's been some good women's games, right? Not one women's game has had 1 million views yet this season, not one, right? The NHL is down 28%. They have issues, right? So
Mhm.
outside of the NFL, viewership is going down. People don't have cable. People illegally stream. It's
Mm-hmm.
very cherry picked. Another reason why the NBA doesn't care because $77 billion says that they don't care. When you're getting 77 billion, your TV deal triples. Why would they care about viewership when it's triple? Because here's the reason why. And there's a sentence from this article that says it all. The NBA is one of the few sports entities that consistently gets 7-figure audiences on a consistent basis. So as much content as they pump out, there's games on Tuesday on TNT, then it'll be on Thursday after football season, right? Then you got
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
Friday, you got the Wednesday and Friday ESPN games, you got the Saturday ABC games, and the Sunday ABC games, and then Sometimes ESPN will put games on Mondays later on in the season. So despite people talk about it's too much games, but they're still generating seven-figure audiences. So that's why these networks are going to pay, because you don't get that with any other. With the amount of content they're pumping out, you just don't have that consistent viewership consistently, especially when you have a season that starts in October and ends in June. That's a long season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it's people are talking about it, but sometimes, and because I've worked in media and I know the tactics, because trust me, my former boss used to do this all the time. She wrote all the taglines and the headlines for all my articles. She wrote. Why? Because she knows what gets people to click. Once people click on something, they don't care if you read it. It's all about the clicks. They don't give a
Exactly.
damn if you read it. They give a damn about the clicks. The headline is everything. So when it says NBA ratings are down and people are going to tune in whether you hate the NBA or you like the NBA, people are going to click and
Mm.
see what they're talking about, right? But again, the NBA has had this issue before. Michael Jordan left from Chicago. Their ratings went in the tank. Even despite young stars like Kobe and AI and whatever, they're raising with the tank. So I'm not going to look at the Jordan era because that's an anomaly as well. Every league has anomalies like we're seeing, and I don't want this to be a thing, but if the WNBA just does, they don't handle this Caitlin Clark thing properly, then their surge is going to be an anomaly, and then when she eventually leaves, it's going to go back. If they don't cash in and stop with the like one of the owners was talking about Caitlin Clark and whatever after, that's a whole other issue for a whole other day, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
because we kind of seen with the women's game, though, there's great women's players in the college game. Now, I think isn't Paige versus Juju should do numbers, right? But it's hard to
Yeah.
consistently generate that audience. So is the NBA in trouble? No, right? Also, I'll give you an example because we talked about it earlier. They just haven't. They've been guys that they've tried to push that haven't worked out. Zion
Hmm.
Williamson was supposed to be the next one. He had the young following from the Hoop mixtape days,
Yeah.
and honestly, I think him
Hmm.
not panning out hurts. And they're really banking on Ant-Man because what another issue is a lot of the guys in the NBA that are at the top right now are flooring guys, and for some reason they just don't connect here, right? Now, the reason the NBA doesn't care, their profile overseas, outside of Premier League soccer, I don't think anybody can disagree. I think the NBA is the most popular league in the world outside of those Premier League soccer teams over in
Yeah.
Europe. The NBA is everywhere, and they're back in China, so that's even more money for the league. So, like I said, they do not care. But this is just a lesson in media and in the business of sports. And since we're a sports podcast, sometimes we gotta address the business part of it. And since I've worked in media, I know some of the tactics that are going on here. The NBA is fine, y'all. Like, trust me, they're fine. Like, they're like literally just not this past season, the season before, they had their strongest playoff viewership in years. So again, that doesn't really generate the clicks that the negativity does, and the NBA is kind of an easy target for certain people, especially on the conservative side of the political spectrum. But again, this is not a political podcast, so whatever, right? But that's just how media works. The NBA is
No.
fine. If anybody has
No.
any questions or wants to get their takes off, I will give you on the floor.
No. I appreciate everything you said because um, for people that don't know, so BT he posted something in the chat, and pretty much it was old dude from Colin Howard show talking about like the ratings and stuff is going down because like we got shows like Inside NBA that pretty much just like talks bad about certain players and certain teams around the league, and it's like it might be dismissive to like the casual fans to not even look a team's way or a player's way because they always ragging and stuff like that. And from before T came in the chat, I was just like, unfortunately, them type of shows have to do stuff like that from the entertainment basis of it. They're not just like a sports show like NBA TV when we wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just like they just gonna break down the film of the game, talk about like the highs and the lows of the game, and then we're gonna go to the next one. It's like no, they gotta do like the funny antics. They gotta go at certain people. They gotta talk shit about certain people. They gotta set these lofty media expectations for people's legacies and stuff like that. So it's kind of it's like so at the first part I was like, damn, maybe he's kind of making a point, but then the way my boy T just broke it down from a media and business side, it's like, well, damn, that's what they was probably doing right then and there. It's like they just want people to click on a clip from a show that we didn't really get the full context of, and you know we got it's just a lesson that we just got to do our research on certain things because the information is out there. You know, you just got to be able to look for it or ask the right questions. So I do appreciate T dropping this knowledge today. I think it's very informative going forward.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take a deeper dive. And also, the NBA has problems. You know what the biggest problem is? I know everybody can agree. Why is it so difficult for teams and local markets to view their teams in their own market?
Facts.
No, Corey
No,
got something to say about that.
Don't get me started.
because what the Suns owner is doing, I think is great. He's got broadcasting going out in the Phoenix area so people can watch their team, you know, at affordable prices. And not only that, he's doing affordable concession stands on
Mhm.
I
Tuesday
saw that
at the game
too.
Yeah.
at the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is so you could tell this is the type of owner that's not just about the business. Like he actually kind of cares about the
The
NBA product
community.
and the community and stuff like that. And it's like you're only going to get better if you get your team, if you get your community behind your team and come to these games and show their support and love and everything like that. I know it's a business incentive for that as well, but you know, I hope more owners would do stuff like that because like the situation that go on, it's like it's a shame that me who lives in the Maryland area can watch more Charlotte games than a person that actually lives in the damn city and they
Facts.
can't watch a game at home. Like
Valley, you gotta do what pay.
that's
Facts.
atrocious. That's really
Yeah,
atrocious.
I
Valley
think
Sports
with
will
the
pay.
new deal with
Salt and
Prime,
Valley Sports.
I think with the new deal with Prime, I think there's gonna be a regional sports component of that. It
Okay.
might be like a small fee, but you can. I think they're doing that. I think that's why they brought Prime into the fold as well. But yeah, like it shouldn't be that this hard to watch. 'Cause I remember back in the day, you could just watch it on like your local CW or whatever,
Yeah.
UPN. The Hornets
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
be on
You
UPN.
could be UPN. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then
It
after
actually
that, you could
was.
watch it on Fox Sports Southeast.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, every sports league has issues. You know, like you said, the NFL is Teflon, but trust and believe they have issues, and they know they have issues, and they're trying to make the
Yep.
game safer. The NFL doesn't give a damn about player safety, but now they have to give a
No.
Uh,
damn because your football participation is down,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like you said, and then like mothers don't want their sons playing football until they get to a certain age or whatever, right? And then also like their TV base is older, and they know that. That's why they're using some of these gimmicks, like the Simpsons gimmick they used the other day, and
Like Toy Story
The
and all
Toy
that.
Story,
Yeah.
The
For the last year.
Simpsons. And then they want to
like
act
trust
like
me,
they care about player
And
safety
then
with the Guardian hats and stuff like that. But
and now you
yeah.
got all these international games because you try and get with the travel
yeah,
people and everything. So
Germany and Mexico and
I'm
Brazil.
London.
Germany. I don't know. Okay, maybe I get Germany. You just go over there and drink beer, but goddamn Brazil and shit. Like, come on. Like, where are we going to start? Y'all going to have a game in Dubai at some point, man.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
coming.
That'll be up.
It's
That'll be
coming.
up. That'll be
I
up.
guarantee you, it'll be a game in either Saudi Arabia or Dubai in the next 3 to 4
Oh
years
yeah,
because they're going to be
I
desperate.
don't know if they're gonna do I don't know if they would do Saudi Arabia. I don't know about
I'm
that.
about to say the World Cup about to be there in like 8 years, like in
yeah.
10 years.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
notice,
So
who sponsors the NBA Cup? Emirates, right? You know
yeah,
who's out there.
yeah,
yeah,
yep.
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 That's
Every
nasty work. That's
all these
nasty
sports
work.
leagues are going to Saudi
That's what.
Arabia.
That's what.
Boxing started it.
That's why we chilling.
Boxing,
That's why
golf.
we chilling in DC, Corey. That's why we chilling. We got that oil money, baby. We got.
Man.
Silver take that. Oh my god. Oh god. He might as well go to
But
North Korea with it. God damn.
Chill out. Chill out,
Corey, that's too far.
please.
That's too far.
oh, it's way
Please,
too far
see,
left. Way
see,
too far left.
see.
Way too far left.
My bad.
Yes, but speaking of
I thought
college
it was a safe
basketball,
space.
I was able to make it on the pod last week, but man, let me tell you something, bro.
No.
Hubert Davis, that seat is getting warm, my guy, and your wife can't
Mm,
save you, bro.
Uh-oh.
He was
mm.
reminding you a nigga
Uh-oh.
when he was at UCLA
Can
in
I do it?
6 or 6. He was reminding how much of a nigga you are, my guy.
Can I do it? Let it
No.
let
Go
it
ahead,
live. Let
bro.
him live.
Please do,
Oh,
bro.
oh shit. Okay, he got the blessing. Go ahead.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Why, 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 why,
Oh
why,
God.
why, why,
Oh,
why, oh, somebody done me wrong, done me wrong.
There you go, T.
But no, Brad, like I know, Brad, I know you know people that know Drake personally, closely, and BT. I know you're in the Heels House group. My thing is, if I'm a 5 star, right? Because we lost AJ to BYU, right? Our NIL is not where it needs to be, right? And then the coach at the end of games is drawing up plays for a guy who didn't necessarily play well. When Ian Jackson is fucking cooking the second half, and we don't go to him down the stretch. If I'm a 5 star and I'm seeing this shit, bro, why would I want to even come to this program, bro? What do you guys think, bro? Because that was ridiculous, bro.
Hey
Lynch, I'll let you
T,
go first.
Before I know I'm gonna let y'all vent, but this is
Nah,
another example of when you don't got this working for you. When you this is another example when you need one of these and it's just not
It's
working
broke.
for you.
Hubert
It's
is
It's
broke.
broke.
broke. It's broke, man. That shit.
We had a line that was cooking, and then he inserts Jalen Washington and wins in the game. It goes to shit. Then we don't go to Ian down the stretch. He was cooking, or RJ. RJ was cooking last night. I give RJ that. He was cooking last night, but instead, somehow the ball ends up in Cadeau's hands. And it's not a dig at Cadeau, but you got to ride the hot hands that got you the lead after you were down big. I cut that shit. I was in the gym, but I was like, I ain't getting on Bleacher Report for this shit. And then I was having to check my phone, like, oh, UNC was coming back. I was like, oh, okay. And then I get home, I watch the end of the game, and it just goes to shit.
It's tricked off, yeah. But I'm gonna let y'all get to it, man.
nah. I was gonna say respectfully, I'm not talking about UNC to be honest with you. I ain't watched none of the game. So I don't know what happened. So yeah, nah, I'm not wasting my breath talking about these niggas.
I
Hopefully they
said
win
Brad,
on
all I need to
Saturday.
say.
That's it.
Respect, Corey.
I said all I need to say.
Brad, go
Right.
ahead, bro.
I will say this only when it comes to Drake. He kind of had this same problem when it came to high school ball. Talking to a lot of people within my hometown of Chatham County and Pittsburgh, he didn't take over in certain situations, which led our high school team not to win state titles because they felt like he was being a bit too passive. And some people blamed it at the coach, but I see that kind of rearing its ugly head again. Like he was one of the top prizes in the entire nation last year when he came out of high school, and you're there for a reason. You're playing in one of the premier programs. Why are you not getting your shots up? Why are you being so passive? Understand when you want to be a team player, you want to do the betterment of the team, but get your shit off, bro. Like shoot the ball, drive to the hole. You've got mad athleticism. Like you see Ian Jackson going off. You see RJ getting up his shots. Hell, Cadeau, who couldn't hit a bronze out of a barn, is still shooting up shots. Withers is shooting threes. Get your shit up too. Again,
Yes.
no offense,
I
but
mean,
like at that point, forget Davis and forget the coaching staff. Get your shit off because you were projected to be a top 5 pick and your draft stock is slipping. So on the
you might
Drake
as well
side of
because
things,
I say you might as well because we're going to the NIT. So fuck it.
exactly. We're 500. As BT said, I haven't watched a lot of the games. I watched a couple, and the same problems have shown up in every single game. And it's like the old saying, it's like it's insanity when you think about it. Because it's like you keep doing the same shit. And it's like Davis does not realize you don't have a big man you can just throw the ball into and let him dominate. This is not that style of team. So you have got to be able to maneuver these smaller guys, these wings and these guards and these lineups appropriately. And when you have a hot hand, like T says, you have to ride that hot hand. You rode the hot hand when we went to the tournament the other year, and you had Caleb and you had RJ, and you rode the hot hand all the way to a title appearance. Why aren't you doing that now? Take Cadeau out of the starting lineup, put him on the bench where he can cook with the second unit and let Ian Jackson roll.
See,
As Dre said, that board right there ain't never been his strong suit. That right there ain't never been Davis' strong suit at all. It ain't never been Carolina's strong suit, to be honest. We've always been a get out on the break type of team. We're gonna run up and down the court. That has always been kind of an issue.
I thought he got the job because of recruiting. That's what I thought his flaws were. Don't look like it to me.
It don't look like it when you can't go get anybody in the transfer portal at all. You can't go get a big. You can't go get anybody worth.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, you can blame Hubert, but also, to be fair,
the boosters, yo.
fair,
They don't got NIL.
our NIL package is shit.
Facts.
And how
that is the other half of that.
How's our NIL package shit? We are the University of North Carolina, bro.
We
have NIL. We should be the standard NIL, right? But
we should.
But everything's about the Carolina way. It's that old way of thinking. That shit don't work in the year 2024.
It don't.
So, like, yeah, that's 1,000% true. But what was the story that we heard that what his approach was to try to get AJ?
Oh my god,
that shit had to be.
Oh yeah,
that shit had to be fake.
Like don't talk to me.
I hope that was fake. I hope that was fake.
It better be fake since he's supposed to be some type of recruiting. Like he's a guru when it comes to recruiting. Like because that says otherwise to me.
I'll put it to you like this: if this season is a lost season, this is headed to the NIT immediately. Yeah. They will give him next year just because probably contractual obligations. If we can't hit in the portal or try to salvage whatever we have left of the recruiting trail for basketball, he'll be gone next year. They'll have to go in a new direction because all it takes is, and this is just my theory, football is always a money sport at most D1 schools anyway. If Carolina football starts to cook with Bill and they start rolling in the dough and Davis can't contribute and get the basketball team on track, they will go find a young guy to replace him to get the basketball team back on track. Because they're going to look at this as a stream and be like, okay, we went and got a big name head coach at football. Oh, it worked out. Carolina football is back on track with Davis. You're now on the hot seat. We hired you because of the old Carolina way. Roy picked you. You were on the coaching staff. But now it might be time to step out and go get a big name player or get somebody with a name cachet to come on them sidelines at Carolina. And I can see that happening very quickly if this goes way left. Because like T said, it shouldn't be no reason why our NIL money is that effing low at Carolina.
Yeah, bro. So, we're going to the NIT, bro, because real quick, my bad, BT, but
you good.
We only have, after we play UCLA, there's only going to be, as of today, only 2 games we have left as a ranked opponent. That's Duke. Because Clemson lost to South Carolina. They're going to be out of the top 25. So really, where are the we're going to get our signature wins at? We don't have no signature wins left unless we.
Newsflash, Brad. The SEC owns the ACC in basketball too now. So
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
14-2.
14-2.
And that's where all the money is at now. The SEC.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All the money's in the SEC right now.
YNs, if you're still listening, cause I know y'all attention spans are short. If you're still listening, young niggas, here's another lesson: always follow the money. If you want to answer to anything in life, follow the money. Why is the SEC doing so well in basketball? Because they have the most money. All that football money trickles down to the basketball. That's why you can hire NATO, Rick Barnes,
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl.
John Calipari went from one team to another.
I'm about to say Calipari at Arkansas. I mean,
who's that?
If you don't learn anything today, young niggas, learn this, bro. Don't simp and follow the money.
What's rule number 1, fellas?
Don't simp.
No,
don't forget to get the money, man.
Oh shit, my bad. I didn't know what was on the.
Get the money. Get the money first. Rule number 2. Don't forget to get the money. Yeah.
And number 3.
Shout out, dog.
This pod, we don't rock with Ho Gotti. Ain't that right, Dave?
We don't. We don't rock with Ho Gotti. We don't rock with Ho Gotti at all. But I'll just leave it at that.
Hey, hold on. Wait, real quick. CMG, bro. Don't send no hitters over here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for anything. Like I just listen to the music. I'm not gang affiliated with nobody. I'm just a simple man from Maryland.
I'm
You
just
know what
here.
I'm saying? Like I listen to Moneybag and Glow. That's all I could give you, Gotti. Like I listen to them.
ESTG.
Yeah,
Yes,
money,
yes.
money
That's it.
bag,
And big,
ESTG,
see, here's
finesse
the thing about
time.
Hogani. Hogani got a squad, bro. You
He
got
got
Big
a
Money,
lineup. He's
ESTG.
just trash, bro. He just trash.
Oh
It
man.
might be time to take him out back. Take Hogani out back.
See, Dave. See,
Damn.
Dave.
I told you about that. Dave was gonna be the one.
I want everybody to know I do not align myself with any actions going against affiliations regarding music or street activity. I'm just a simple man from Maryland that watches Hoya basketball, Maryland basketball, a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? Godspeed.
I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't give a fuck. You know, yeah, we call you
But
Hogani for a reason. I don't like that nigga. End of story.
He said I got the chain to prove it.
But since we're having a good time, man, before we end this pod, because for our viewers, we're gonna be taking a nice, well-deserved hiatus to to spend time with family, get some well-deserved rest. We got the holidays coming up. We got Christmas, New Year's. For some people, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and everything. So before we end this joint, I just want to think of like some of our best moments of the show or some of your favorite sports moments so far this year and everything. Like, what's a moment that kind of stick out to y'all that it's like, damn, we witnessed this shit and everything.
I
I
will
think for me,
say,
go ahead, Brian.
I would say honestly for me, and it's crazy because I got to kind of like it was seeing Simone Biles come back and just dominate in the Olympics after all
And
she went through and
yeah,
everything like that, and people were like, "Oh, she whatever," and she came back and proved that she is the GOAT, and there's no you can't put that they are the GOAT, and then to see the men just the men's basketball team come and dominate and stayed focused the entire time and brought the gold back home and fuck France and fuck Jokic and whatever the fuck bitch Serbia and that bitch ass like they came and did that. So I say the Olympics because we got to see the amazing athletes from our country just ball out all over the place. And I thought the Olympics was very, very well received this year in France.
Nah, I was gonna say Team USA. It was cool seeing
yeah.
Bron, Steph, and KD on the same squad. I
Yeah.
live in a house about it, so we was one for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that was a cool moment to see them.
That was cool to see them.
Especially
Yeah,
that Serbia game when like all three of them kind of contributed to the end at the end.
Yeah.
that was a cool moment, yo.
That was a cool
Yeah, I
moment.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mello, Coach Mello. Shout out to you, my boy.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Corey, what about
Yeah.
you, my boy? What about you,
I
my
mean,
man?
it's the consensus. It's the same thing. It's Team USA, man. Y'all know how hype I was with that last 3 minutes of Steph Curry just showing straight dominance, and it just perpetuated my agenda that may not unfold because of LaMelo and how his play has been going on. But just shout out to the chef, man. That's 3 to 4 minutes of elite basketball right there, man. Like you
It
can't top
was.
that.
My boy, the doctor. What you got, man?
Yeah, y'all talked about the Olympics, and yeah, I miss. I was at work during that Serbia semifinal game, but watching France and USA in the gold medal for both the men and women in two really competitive
Mm.
games was
Hell yeah,
top
especially
notch.
women. Yeah.
Yeah, like that women's game, I was like, oh my god, like France really about to beat USA, like that's about to
Yeah.
happen right here. But if we talking like best moment in sports, like like this for 2024, best moment that I got a chance to see in person, um, was the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. That that
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that man.
Insane.
I've I've never been. I've seen like game winning shots in basketball like live,
Yeah.
but to see a Hail Mary, like because at that moment you don't know like you don't know what's about to happen next. Like you thinking like you just kind of just gonna go through the motions and the game's about to be over. But for whatever reason, I talked about it on the Hail Mary episode. for whatever reason, that nigga Stevenson for the Bears was just over there. Me and Hector saw him directly, like on the other side of the field. He was just like, like heckling the fans or whatever, like had his whole back turned towards the play.
And I heard because that's a Miami. That's one of my Miami boys. I'll say, "God do you dirty, man. God do you dirty."
I'm like, yo, but like something in my mind was just like something about to happen. Like I don't know what's about to happen, but something about to happen. And just scrambling around, I had my phone out and saw on the jumbotron because it was on the other end zone. Noah Brown caught it and just went berserk. Like seeing that live was insane. I mean, this year has been insane with live sporting events. Like Sads and Ford's been at Copa America. We've been at SEC football game with Tennessee and Georgia. We've been we saw Caitlin Clark when she came to Maryland. Man, like crazy. We saw the two-time national champions, UConn Huskies. We saw them earlier this year. Oh, man. Saw Angel Reese play earlier.
And we saw Kai on the bench.
Yeah, we saw Kai on the bench,
I was just about to ask about her. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was still on the team at this point.
Yeah,
I had to boot him after they cut her, man. That's the worst decision that they could have did, man.
But yeah,
she holding it down.
That Hail Mary play, man. I was lit off of that for days. Like that and I'm not even a Commanders fan. I'm like, yo, like, hey, Corey, what's that? How that song go? How that song go?
Who are we? The Commanders.
Who are we?
The Commanders.
Hey, I hate that name, but that's the most fire song we got. I hate our name, but that's the most fire song we got.
Hey, y'all gotta play that shit at every home win.
I swear to God, I hope they getting some money off of that joint, man. Because I swear
they played that joint during the game that day. I remember, yeah, they played that joint a couple times.
He definitely getting paid off that. He definitely getting paid.
Yeah.
What about you, T, man? What you got, man?
Well, shit. Since this is the year of hate, y'all know I hate Tyson Fury. So watching his bitch ass lose. Watching his bitch ass lose this Saturday is gonna make my year, bro. Y'all know I love boxing, bro. Y'all know I hate that bitch ass nigga, bro.
I know what you're doing.
Hey, yo, Corey, stop, cause I see you scheming. Why you get excited, bro?
I was just going to put my shoes on, man. I was just going to put my shoes on.
Come on, man. You ain't got a lot of us, dog.
It was my slander shoes.
Your slander shoes.
Man. But nah, that was a crazy good fight, bro. Since y'all already, everybody mentioned the Olympics, bro. I just had to think about a moment, bro. And shit, man. But yeah, man. Last episode of the year, bro, and y'all niggas got me defending fucking Adam Silver, bro. I hate y'all, bro. There's one thing I hate more than Adam Silver is idiots, bro.
Hey. As a friend of the show once will always tell me, you a grown ass man. You decide to defend that man. I will let him sink. I will let him take I will let him take a hit.
Nah, man. That $7 million, bro. He ain't taking no hit, bro. Fucking Hydra agent, man.
I don't know, man. T, you stood on integrity, man. I like that. You stood on media integrity today. I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Somebody gotta do it, because certain people at a certain network, man, they be talking about the same shit every day, talking about the same people every day, talking about the same bullshit takes every day. So I hope we give our viewers some refreshing content. We can give y'all the real around here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk about my favorite hate moment?
Go ahead, Corey. I'm gonna finish the show. So go ahead, get what you guys say, man.
Is one real famous music label that we've seen a lot going on this past year. Hold on. It is sports related.
Shit on, bro.
Okay. Go ahead. No, you're right. Go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
I mean, the year starts off. We see a very famous battle that goes on. We're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to point any fingers, no elbows. But yeah, make a long story short, one of these people that's involved with the battle, they actually end up getting to do the Super Bowl halftime show. And we, at that point, then we just see this entire label just go into, I can't even pronounce the words. I can't even say the words. They just go into a whole meltdown. It was very dramatic. Like we see people getting blamed. We seen elbows getting pointed at. We seen someone that a lot of people like to call a legend. We seen him just crash out and just lose all his composure.
And not to interrupt you, Corey, but that certain someone came from a subset of that music label.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sadness that goes on.
We saw lots of coke too.
Yeah, a lot of coke, a lot of coke talk. And I'm not talking about
And
Jalen Coke.
not no Coca-Cola either.
Yeah, not Coca-Cola. We ain't talking about the Coke boys.
Yeah.
We talking about the Coke heads. But hey, to each his
More
own when it
bumps than
comes to that.
Scarface, bro.
Boy, I promise you, more bumps than acne. But
where is my damn composition?
Oh, that's what I say. Niggas always
Somebody
lie.
been in the book.
Always,
Somebody been in the
lying.
book.
So always lying.
But
Corey
yeah,
on the heater.
Hey, shout out to Young Money. Shout out to Young Money, man. May your demise be just as beautiful as people thought that your careers were.
All of that just for Wayne to apologize this week, bro. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Yeah.
Hey, no, he knew what he realized.
Did.
He realized that he wasn't gonna have the opportunity to run out the thing with the Packers, not the Saints, but the Packers looking like another Make-A-Wish kid, like how he did before. That's all it was.
Jesus.
Yo.
Oh. Make-A-Wish kid. Damn.
Damn.
All right, I'm done.
Well,
shit.
Well,
before you know, because we talked about everything that I probably will say. So, you know, the day we drafted Jaden Daniels, the day Cam Ward decided to come to Miami, because for the first time in about like a decade, I had a Saturday and a Sunday to watch good QB play. You know, that's rare for a nigga like me. So, you know, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for these tanks in DC. You know, very efficient tanks in DC. I know people are worried about the drones, but we don't gotta worry about the drones because the tanks are already planted and looking up at the sky, ready to fire at any moment. So we are good. We are good. Other than that, for me, it's watching Messi play in America, man. You know, he plays for Miami.
Oh yeah.
And MLS, and that's my GOAT for soccer, aka football. So being able to see Messi and off rip just winning like MVP and all the stuff, like this, let's letting people know that he is the GOAT. Fuck all y'all Ronaldo fans and shit. Like anybody that's going to touch Messi is going to be my boy from France and shit. Mape, you know, Mape. Yeah, Mape. I rock with Mape and shit. But like, yeah, man, Messi is the god of the pitch, man. Like, if there's any doubts of how great this man's resume is, go do your Googles, man. But yeah.
Shout out Messi, bro, but fuck Argentina, bro. If you know, you know.
I don't know. Messi do got some bitch ass teammates on that national team though. So
he do, but that ain't my issue. That ain't my issue. And shout out for the year that women basketball had this year, college and pros.
Yeah.
They had a good Finals Fours. They had a good 5-game championship series. So, like we said, like T said, we're gonna discuss politics and shit in another episode in the new year and stuff like that. But you know, I gotta give a shout out to the ladies and the ladies that I feel like is gonna be part of the next generation. So shout out to y'all for a good year in 2024 and in 2023. But yeah.
Let me say one more thing. One more thing, real quick. I'm I'm just thankful for the Colorado stimulus package. It being Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders. They gave me wonderful Saturdays to root for them. And how could I, man? I even forgot about the Hail Mary that Shador had to take it to overtime against Baylor. Like that was one. That was a
Oh
cool
yeah, that was
moment.
a wild play too.
That
a
was
good
a cool moment, to have the season we had last year and come back and have a chance to potentially get in the playoff, but still have like a winning season. Yeah, it was good. Let's hope that next season I still have a chance to put this shit on. At least like we have a good record to put this shit. I can put this shit on. And hopefully we still have Deion Sanders because I don't know anything can happen in the next 8 to 9 months. So we'll
Facts.
we'll see.
Hey man, what we tell these people, Dave?
Subscribe to the pod, man. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, man. If you like this episode, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on any of the or listening on any of the podcast streaming platforms, make sure you follow us. Hit that follow button. Hit that like button. Yeah, look, nothing's changed. Like we're going into a new year, 2025. It's up. It's gonna be up even more than it was this year.
And BT, what we also tell these people, you say share this shit with everybody.
Yeah, man. Share with everybody, man. Your mama, your daddy, cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friend, co-workers,
Side
everybody,
piece.
man.
Yeah,
Side
Baby
pieces.
mama,
If you got
Baby
baby
mama,
daddy.
baby daddy.
I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
abuser, click a click. I'm
let, let,
saying
let your jits know about us. Let your jits know. They gotta grow up.
shout out to our ops. As always, we extend that invitation. You want to come up here just to talk? You want to talk some noise? You got something against what we said? You got something personal to be but want to sass up here? We don't duck no smoke, man. Y'all know where to find us, man.
Damn all that. If we got outs, bro. They can meet me in the boxing ring, bro.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, Joe, what you always say? What's the line? They ain't my nigga. They ain't my nigga.
Yo.
But
legal ass whooping.
I don't know, man.
Sign the waiver and get your ass whooped.
I tell you, the only thing that Sass and 4 has in common with Oregon football is that we play for clicks. That's the only thing we have in common.
oh my
God.
Oh shit.
Y'all not rooted in substance like we are. Y'all not rooted in substance like we are. And we gonna see what happens. We gonna see what happens. Y'all supposed to win this chip. We'll see what happens.
I want to say real quick.
By the time we come back, we'll see what happens.
I want to say real quick. I want to just shout out the 5 men on this pod that have held us down since the beginning of this year. I know I've been on again, off again, and was blessed enough to become a father this year. And just thank y'all to the 5 of y'all for holding it down. While I wasn't there, I want to say that, publicly to the followers that we have. Thank all of y'all for continue, like they said, like, share, subscribe, hit the follow button. We got big things coming up in 2025 for y'all. So just want to bless the 5 guys on this pod for holding us down through all of the craziness sports that we've had this year, and just thank our followers as well.
We got families to feed, man. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button.
And with that, to piggyback on Brad, I love all y'all. Y'all my bros for life. It's always a pleasure to get up here and do these episodes with y'all. And with that, show love to our viewers. Thanks for holding us down for all this time. I promise y'all we only going to get better from here. And with that, enjoy your holidays. Spend time with your family. Catch these good games that we got coming up on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we are the bros. We are the Assassin 4. We be back at the holidays. We out.
Yeah.